The message from space changed everything. Dr. Ji-Soo Kim stood in front of her bedroom mirror, straightening the collar of her formal white coat. Today was not just any day. Today, she would meet aliens who claimed they could cure any disease. "Are you sure about this?" asked her brother Juan from the video screen on her wall. His face showed worry. "You'll be the first human doctor to live with the Terrans. 6 months is a long time." Ji-Soo nodded. "I've never been more sure of anything." At 32, Ji-Soo was already one of Earth's best doctors for rare diseases. When the Terran Confederacy had announced their medical exchange program, she had applied right away. Out of 10,000 doctors, they had picked her. "The Terrans say they've cured everything," she said, checking her bag one last time. "No cancer, no genetic diseases, not even a common cold. Think what we could learn from them, Juan." Her brother's face grew serious. "Just be careful. People say the Terrans are different. They don't feel things like we do." Ji-Soo laughed. "That's just talk from people who fear what's different. They're doctors like me. We'll understand each other." 3 hours later, Ji-Soo stood in the shuttle bay of Earth's orbital station, watching as the Terran ship docked. It was beautiful, like a perfect silver shell that seemed to flow rather than fly. Captain Maya Lee, the station commander, stood beside her. "Remember, Dr. Kim, you represent all of humanity up there." The Terrans agreed to this exchange after years of talks. "I understand," Ji-Soo said, her heart beating fast as the airlock opened. 3 Terrans walked out. They looked almost human, but their skin had a pale blue tone and their eyes were larger, with no white parts, just pools of deep purple. They wore simple gray uniforms with no decorations. The tallest one stepped forward. "I am Chief Medical Officer Dor of the Terran Confederacy Medical Division. You are Dr. Ji-Soo Kim." His voice was flat. No smile, no handshake offered. "Yes," Ji-Soo said, trying to hide her surprise at his coldness. She bowed slightly. "I'm honored to be chosen for this exchange." Dor nodded once. "Your credentials are acceptable. We have much to show you about true medical advancement. Your primitive techniques will be of historical interest to our medical students." Captain Lee's face tightened, but Ji-Soo spoke quickly. "I look forward to learning from you and sharing what humans know about medicine." "Knowledge sharing is efficient," said the female Terran to Dor's right. "I am Medical Director Rin. I will oversee your activities." The third Terran, younger looking than the others, simply stared at Ji-Soo with what seemed like curiosity. "This is Junior Physician Kwon," Dor said, noticing Ji-Soo's gaze. "He will assist you with integration." The young Terran blinked slowly. "Your healing practices include emotional components. I have studied this anomaly." Ji-Soo wasn't sure if that was an insult or not. "Compassion is part of human medicine, yes." "Interesting," Kwon said, though his face showed no interest at all. "Inefficient, but interesting." After a brief tour of the station, Ji-Soo found herself in the Terran shuttle, watching Earth grow smaller below. The beautiful blue planet, her home, faded to a tiny dot as they approached the massive Terran medical station in orbit around the moon. It was huge, easily 10 times larger than Earth's orbital station. Its many rings and spheres gleamed in the sunlight. "Welcome to Medical Station 1, Dor said. "The most advanced healing center in this part of the galaxy. We have cures for everything here." Ji-Soo stared in wonder at the alien structure that would be her home for the next 6 months. "It's amazing." "Yes," said Director Rin, watching Ji-Soo's face closely. "But remember, Dr. Kim, emotional responses have no place in perfect medicine. That is the first lesson you must learn." Ji-Soo looked back at the Terran woman. In her cold purple eyes, Ji-Soo saw the real challenge ahead. These aliens might have cures for everything, but they had forgotten what healing truly meant. And that was something only a human could show them. Ji-Soo could not believe her eyes. She had been on the Terran medical station for 1 week, and every day brought new wonders. This machine can rebuild any damaged organ in less than an hour. Junior physician Quan explained as they walked through the technology wing. His voice stayed flat, but Jisoo noticed he always volunteered to be her guide. The patient feels no pain during the process. Jisoo watched as a Terran patient lay inside a clear tube filled with glowing blue liquid. Tiny silver dots moved through the liquid toward the patient's chest. Nanobots? She asked. Quan nodded. They are rebuilding his heart. Yesterday, it was failing. Tomorrow, he returns to work. Amazing, Jisoo whispered. On Earth, this patient would have waited months for a heart transplant. Next, Quan showed her the brain repair center. Here, patients wore special helmets connected to tall silver machines. This fixes all brain injuries and mental disorders, Quan said. It rewires neural pathways to remove damage, disease, and emotional distress. Jisoo frowned. Emotional distress? You mean like sadness or grief? Yes. Unnecessary emotional states are corrected here. Jisoo watched a Terran woman sitting calmly while the machine hummed. But feelings like grief are natural responses. They help us process loss. Quan tilted his head. Processing is inefficient. Removal is better. Before Jisoo could argue, Medical Director Rin approached them. Dr. Kim, come with me. It's time you see how we handle difficult cases. They entered a quiet white room where a Terran man lay on a bed. He looked very old and weak. This patient has multi-system failure, Rin explained. Our scans show his recovery potential is below 40%. What treatment will you use? Jisoo asked, already thinking about the amazing machines she had seen. Rin pressed a button on her wrist device. There will be no treatment. He has been classified as non-viable. Jisoo's eyes widened as a machine rolled into the room. What does that mean? It means resources used on him would be wasted, Rin said calmly. He will be processed. Jisoo suddenly understood. You mean euthanasia? Without even trying to save him. Trying when success is unlikely is inefficient, Rin replied. Our system is perfect because we eliminate waste. All patients below the 40% threshold are processed. But that's wrong. Jisoo said, her voice rising. On Earth, we fight for every patient, no matter the odds. Rin's purple eyes narrowed. And that is why Earth still has disease. Your emotional attachment to lost causes holds back your medicine. The machine beside the old Terran began to hum. Jisoo stepped forward to stop it, but Quan gently pulled her back. You cannot interfere, he whispered. This is our way. Jisoo watched helplessly as the old Terran closed his eyes. A blue light passed over him, and then he was still. No family present. No goodbyes. No tears. Later that night, Jisoo sat alone in her quarters, fighting back tears. She opened her computer and recorded a message for her brother. Juan, they have machines that can rebuild hearts and fix brains, she said. But they let people die if they think saving them would waste resources. They call it perfect medicine, but it feels so cold. She paused, thinking of the old Terran who died alone. They can cure any disease of the body, she continued. But I think their souls are sick. They've forgotten what healing really means. As she finished her message, her door chimed. Junior physician Quan stood there, looking uncomfortable. I have questions, he said quietly, about why you were upset today, about why humans try to save patients even when it seems pointless. Jisoo looked at him in surprise. Come in, Quan. That's a long conversation. For the first time, she saw something flicker in the young Terran's eyes. Maybe, just maybe, not all of them had forgotten how to feel. And that gave her hope. The emergency alarm woke Jisoo from a deep sleep. Red lights flashed in her room as a voice announced, all medical staff report to emergency bay. Refugee ship incoming. Multiple casualties. Jisoo quickly put on her uniform and rushed to the emergency bay. She had been on the station for 3 months now, but this was the first major emergency. When she arrived, The bay was already busy with Terran medical staff moving in perfect, silent order. No shouting, no panic, just smooth, practiced movements. What happened? Jisoo asked Kwon, who was checking equipment nearby. A small transport ship from the outer colonies was attacked by raiders, he explained. Many injured, mostly workers and their families. Chief Medical Officer Dorr stood at the center of the room, giving quiet orders. Prepare 12 treatment units. Begin triage protocols upon arrival. The doors to the landing bay opened, and the injured Terrans were brought in on floating stretchers. Jisoo noticed how the medical staff scanned each patient with handheld devices, quickly sorting them into different areas. What are they doing? Jisoo asked. Calculating survival percentages, Kwon answered. Those above 70% go to immediate treatment. Those between 40% and 70% wait for secondary assessment. And below 40%? Jisoo asked, although she already knew the answer. Kwon's face remained blank. Processing room. Jisoo felt her stomach tighten as she watched the efficient sorting of lives. Then she noticed a small stretcher being directed toward the processing room. On it lay a child. A young Terran girl who couldn't be more than 6 or 7 years old. Without thinking, Jisoo rushed over. Wait, that's a child. Where are you taking her? The medical technician looked at Jisoo with confusion. Patient shows signs of neural degradation. Recovery potential is 27%. She will be processed. Jisoo looked down at the little girl. Her eyes were open but unfocused, and her small body trembled. A scanner showed her brain activity was unstable and declining. My name is Dr. Jisoo Kim, she said, placing herself between the stretcher and the processing room door. I am invoking my authority as Earth's exchange physician to review this case. The technician hesitated. This is not standard protocol. Get Director Rin, Jisoo said firmly. Minutes later, Rin arrived, her purple eyes cold with annoyance. Dr. Kim, you are disrupting emergency procedures. This child can be saved, Jisoo insisted. Neural degradation is my specialty on Earth. Our scans show a 27% recovery chance, Rin replied. The decision is made. Jisoo stood her ground. The exchange agreement gives me the right to take on cases for research purposes. I'm claiming this patient under that provision. Rin's face tightened. You waste resources on a doomed case. Then let me waste my resources, Jisoo said. My time, my effort. If I fail, you lose nothing. A small crowd of Terran medical staff had gathered, watching the unusual scene. Among them, Jisoo noticed Chief Medical Officer Dorr. Let her try, Dorr said suddenly. Everyone turned to him in surprise. The human doctor's techniques may provide useful data, even in failure. Rin looked displeased but nodded. Very well. But you work with minimal resources, Dr. Kim. And when the child dies, you will acknowledge our system was correct. If the child dies, Jisoo corrected her. What's her name? The technician checked his device. Patient designation. Ta. Ta, Jisoo repeated softly. She leaned down close to the girl's ear. My name is Jisoo. I'm going to help you. For just a second, the child's eyes seemed to focus on Jisoo's face. Take her to Research Bay 4, Dorr instructed. Junior physician Kwon will assist you. As they moved the stretcher, Kwon appeared at Jisoo's side. The child's neural patterns are severely degraded. No Terran has ever recovered from this stage. Jisoo looked at him. Then it's time to try something new, something human. For the first time, Jisoo thought she saw a flicker of hope in Kwon's purple eyes. Research Bay 4 was small and cold. It had basic equipment, but none of the advanced machines Jisoo had seen in other parts of the station. They gave us the worst room, Kwon said as they set up monitors around little Ta's bed. Director Rin expects you to fail. Jisoo checked Ta's vital signs. The girl's brain patterns were dangerously unstable. Then we'll just have to surprise her. For 3 days, Jisoo barely slept. She studied Ta's condition, comparing it to similar human brain disorders. The Terran child drifted in and out of consciousness, her small body shaking with neural storms. Her brain cells are dying, Jisoo explained to Kwon on the 4th morning. But I think we can stop it using both our methods. Kwon looked doubtful. How? Our advanced neural recalibration failed on this condition. Jisoo pulled up diagrams on her tablet. You try to fix the whole brain at once. But what if we target just the damaged areas with your nanobots, while using stem cells from her bone marrow to grow new neural tissue? Combining methods. Kwon sounded surprised. That is not in our protocols. Sometimes the best solutions come from trying new things, Jisoo said. She looked at Ta's small face, pale blue skin now almost gray. Will you help me? I need access to your nanobot programming. Kwon hesitated. This goes against standard procedure. Please, Jisoo said. Look at her, Kwon. Really look, she's just a child. For a long moment, Kwon stared at Ta. Then he nodded slowly. I will help. They worked through the night, combining Terran technology with human medical theory. Jisoo showed Kwon how to harvest Ta's stem cells, while he taught her how to program the nanobots to work differently than before. On the 5th day, as they prepared the treatment, Director Rin entered the room. The child still lives, she said, sounding surprised. But her readings show further decline. You delay the inevitable, Dr. Kim. We're ready to begin treatment today, Jisoo replied, not looking up from her work. What treatment? Rin asked sharply. Our protocols state there is none for this condition. Jisoo explained their combined approach. As she spoke, Rin's expression grew colder. This is not approved, Rin said. You risk making her suffering worse. If we do nothing, she dies, Jisoo said. We have to try. Junior physician Kwon. Rin turned to him. You helped create this unauthorized treatment. Kwon stood straight. Yes, Director. Dr. Kim's approach has merit. You are removed from this case, Rin said to him. Report to medical review immediately. Jisoo stepped forward. No, I need his help. The exchange agreement says I can choose my team. Not when it violates our medical standards, Rin replied. As they argued, a small sound came from the bed. All three turned to see Ta's eyes open, looking directly at them. She's conscious, Jisoo said, moving quickly to the child's side. Ta, can you hear me? The girl's eyes focused on Jisoo's face. One small hand moved slightly, reaching up. Without thinking, Jisoo took the child's hand in her own. In that moment, something changed in the room. Kwon moved closer, staring at their joined hands with fascination. What are you doing? Rin asked. It's called holding her hand, Jisoo said softly. It lets her know she's not alone, that someone cares. It serves no medical purpose, Rin said. Doesn't it? Jisoo pointed to the brain activity monitor. The chaotic patterns had steadied somewhat. Her readings improved just now. Rin frowned at the data, a temporary fluctuation. Or proof that comfort matters in healing, Jisoo countered. She kept holding Ta's hand. I'm starting the treatment today, with or without approval, and I need Kwon's help. Director Rin stared at them all for a long moment. Then she turned to leave. Proceed if you must, but document everything. When this fails, it will provide valuable evidence against emotional approaches to medicine. After she left, Kwon looked at Jisoo with new respect. I have never seen anyone stand up to Director Rin. Jisoo smiled slightly. Sometimes caring for your patient means fighting for them too. She gently squeezed Ta's hand. Now let's save this child. The treatment room glowed with soft blue light. Ta lay still on the bed as the special nanobots Jisoo and Kwon had programmed moved through her small body. 3 days had passed since they started the new treatment. Brain activity is up 12%, Kwon said, checking the monitors. Better than yesterday. Jisoo smiled tiredly. She had not slept more than 3 hours at a time since they began. That's good progress. But not good enough, said Director Rin from the doorway. She walked into the room with a data pad. The child is still below the 40% recovery line. Our agreement was for 1 treatment attempt. It has failed. Jisoo stood up straight. It hasn't failed. Tai is improving each day. Too slowly, Rin replied. The resources used here could help 3 patients with better chances. She just needs more time, Jisoo said. Rin shook her head. Time is a resource too, Dr. Kim. The processing order has been prepared. Jisoo felt cold fear in her stomach. No, I won't let you kill her. This is not your decision, Rin said. As they argued, Tae's eyes opened. The little girl looked around the room, confused and scared. Jisoo rushed to her side. It's okay, I'm here. Tae's small hand reached for Jisoo's. The child's eyes were wide with fear. Without thinking, Jisoo began to sing. It was a soft lullaby her mother had sung to her when she was small. The simple melody filled the room. Rin stopped talking, staring at Jisoo with surprise. Kwon also watched, his head tilted in curiosity. As Jisoo sang, Tae's breathing slowed. The fear in her eyes faded. The monitor above the bed showed her brain patterns becoming more stable. When the song ended, Jisoo looked up at Rin. Check her readings now. Rin studied the monitor with a frown. A temporary improvement. No, Kwon said, stepping forward. Look at the pattern. The brain damage is still there, but her overall function is stronger. She is fighting the disease better now. Because she feels safe, Jisoo said. Comfort and care help healing. This is the human element your medicine is missing. Rin shook her head. Singing has no medical value. Then why did her readings improve? Jisoo challenged. Your medicine treats bodies, Director Rin. But patients aren't just bodies. They have minds and feelings too. Feelings don't cure disease, Rin said. But they can help the patient fight disease, Jisoo replied. She still held Ta's hand. And sometimes that makes all the difference. The door opened again, and Chief Medical Officer Dor entered with 2 younger Terran doctors. We heard there was a dispute, Dor said. He looked at the monitors. The patient is still alive. And improving, Kwon added quickly. Look at the neural pattern change from yesterday. Dor studied the screens. Interesting. What treatment caused this change? Dr. Kim sang to the patient, Rin said, her voice showing she thought it was ridiculous. The younger Terran doctors looked at each other in confusion. The human doctor used sound waves as treatment. One asked. No, Jisoo said. I comforted her. I showed her she wasn't alone. The nanobots are fixing her brain, but my care is helping her fight. Dor watched as Ta's eyes stayed fixed on Jisoo's face. The child looked calm now. I wish to see more, Dor said finally. The case will continue for 1 more week. Document everything, Dr. Kim, even the singing. After they left, Kwon looked at Jisoo with new respect. You stood against Director Rin again. Few would dare. I wasn't being brave, Jisoo said softly. I was just being a doctor, a human doctor. Ta squeezed Jisoo's hand weakly, and Jisoo squeezed back. What is that action? Kwon asked. It's how humans say I'm here without words, Jisoo explained. Kwon watched their hands for a long moment. Perhaps there is more to medicine than we have learned. Jisoo nodded. That's the lesson I came here to teach. Try again, Tai, Jisoo said gently. You can do it. The little Terran girl sat on the edge of her bed, her thin legs hanging down. Slowly, she pushed herself to stand. Her legs shook, but she stayed up. Jisoo smiled. That's wonderful. It had been 2 weeks since the confrontation with Director Rin. Tai was getting better each day. She could now stay awake for several hours and was beginning to walk again. Quan entered the room carrying a datapad. He stopped, watching Ta stand. "She should not be able to do that," he said. "No patient with her condition has ever walked again." "Well, she didn't know that," Jisoo said with a smile. "So she decided to walk anyway." Tai took 2 shaky steps before sitting down again. She looked at Jisoo with clear eyes. "More?" the child asked in a soft voice. Later, Jisoo said, "Rest now." After Tai laid back on her bed, Quan showed Jisoo his datapad. "I found something strange in the old medical records." "What is it?" Jisoo asked. 300 years ago, Terran medicine was different," Quan said. "Look at these images." Jisoo studied the pictures on the screen. They showed Terran doctors holding patients' hands. In one image, a doctor sat by a child's bed, reading the story. "This looks like human medicine," Jisoo said in surprise. Quan nodded. "Before the Great Plague, our doctors used comfort along with technology. But when millions died, our leaders decided emotion made doctors weak. They created the new system based only on logic and efficiency. They forgot that caring helps healing," Jisoo said softly. "Maybe," Quan admitted, "but there's more. I found old treatment records that used methods like yours." Jisoo's eyes widened. "The Terrans used to combine technology with comfort care." "Yes," Quan said, "and their success rates were higher than ours are now." The door opened suddenly. 3 young Terran doctors entered. Jisoo recognized them as doctors who had been watching her work with Ta. "We want to learn," said one, a female named Mira, "about your human methods." Jisoo looked at them in surprise. "Does Director Rin know you're here?" "No," said another doctor. "But we have seen Ta's improvement. It defies our medical models." "We want to understand," said the third. Jisoo smiled. "Of course I'll teach you." Over the next few days, more young Terran doctors came to Research Bay 4. They watched as Jisoo combined medical treatment with simple human care, talking to Ta, playing simple games, singing, and always touching her gently to reassure her. "Why do you tell her when treatment will hurt?" asked Mira. "Our way is to not mention pain." "Because trust is part of healing," Jisoo explained. "If she trusts me, she's less afraid. Less fear means her body can focus on getting well." One day, Chief Medical Officer Dor came to observe. He watched silently as Jisoo read a story to Ta while the nanobots worked on her brain. "The child's recovery is at 63%, Dor said, reviewing the data. "This exceeds our predictions. She'll reach 90% within a month," Jisoo said confidently. "Director Rin believes your methods are a temporary success," Dor said. "She thinks Tai will relapse." "And what do you think?" Jisoo asked. Dor was quiet for a moment. "I think we may have forgotten something important about medicine." Before Jisoo could respond, alarms began to sound throughout the station. Red lights flashed. "What's happening?" Jisoo asked. "Emergency lockdown," Quan said, checking the station computer. "There's been an accident in the main medical sector. Radiation leak." Jisoo's heart raced. "Will it reach us here?" "No," Quan said. "But many doctors and patients are trapped in the affected area." Dor's comm device beeped. He listened, then looked at Jisoo with serious eyes. "The situation is critical," he said. "Director Rin is among those trapped. And the station's automated systems have classified all those exposed as non-viable." Jisoo understood immediately. "The system will process them, without trying to save them." "Yes," Dor said. "That is our way." Jisoo stood up straight. "Not anymore. Not if I can help it. We need to reach the trapped doctors and patients," Jisoo said, grabbing her medical bag. "Now." Chief Medical Officer Dor shook his head. "The processing has already begun. It is automatic when radiation levels exceed safety limits." "That's murder," Jisoo said. "We can save them if we act fast." "How?" Quan asked. The radiation will kill any doctor who enters that section. Jisoo thought quickly. What about your protective suits? The ones used for space repairs. They are not designed for medical use, Dor said. But they would block the radiation, right? Jisoo pressed. Dor nodded slowly. Yes, but. Then we can use them, Jisoo said. And we'll need anti-radiation meds and portable shields. The young Terran doctors who had been watching Ta stepped forward. We will help, Mira said. The others nodded. Dor looked at them all for a long moment. Then he made his decision. I will authorize the equipment, but the system cannot be overridden without senior approval, and I do not have that authority. Who does? Jisoo asked. Only the medical council, Dor replied. And they would never approve breaking protocol for radiation victims. Jisoo's face hardened. Then we do it without approval. 20 minutes later, Jisoo, Kwon, and 4 young Terran doctors were in protective suits, carrying medical equipment toward the sealed medical sector. 2 security officers tried to stop them. This area is under processing protocols, one said. No entry. Medical emergency, Jisoo replied. Chief Medical Officer Dor's orders. She handed them a data pad with Dor's authorization. The guards looked confused, but stepped aside. The processing chambers will be sealed, Kwon warned as they approached the radiation zone. We cannot open them without a council override. Jisoo looked at the others. Then we need a new plan. Inside the radiation zone, red warning lights flashed. Jisoo's suit showed dangerous radiation levels. Through a glass wall, they could see a large room where 20 Terran doctors and patients were being moved by robotic arms toward processing chambers. Director Rin was among them, her face showing rare fear. There, Jisoo pointed to a control panel. Can we stop it from there? It requires senior medical codes, one of the young doctors said. Jisoo thought quickly. What about a manual override? Can we cut the power? Kwon shook his head. The system has backups. Then we break in, Jisoo said simply. She picked up a heavy medical scanner and moved toward the glass wall. That is reinforced safety glass, Kwon warned. You cannot break it. Jisoo looked at him. Watch me. She swung the scanner at the glass with all her strength. It bounced off without leaving a mark. See, it is impossible, Kwon said. Jisoo didn't give up. She looked around and saw a small maintenance robot in the corner. That robot, can it cut metal? Yes, for repairs, one of the Terran doctors said. Perfect, Jisoo said. She ran to the robot and quickly reprogrammed it. Now it will cut through the door seal instead of the glass. The robot moved to the sealed door and began cutting along the edge. Inside the processing room, Director Rin saw them. Her purple eyes widened in surprise. The door seal began to give way. Alarms blared louder. Warning. Containment breach, announced the station computer. Security team to Medical Sector 3. Hurry, Jisoo urged the robot. With a loud hiss, the door seal broke. Jisoo and Kwon pulled it open. Quick, get them out, Jisoo ordered. The young Terran doctors rushed in, helping the trapped patients and doctors. Jisoo ran straight to Director Rin. You? Rin said weakly. The radiation had already made her sick. Yes, me, Jisoo said, helping her up. The human who doesn't follow your rules. Why would you save me? Rin asked as Jisoo led her out. I tried to stop your work. Jisoo looked her in the eyes. Because that's what doctors do. We save everyone we can, not just the ones with good chances. As they reached the door, a security team arrived, weapons ready. Stop, they ordered. This is a protocol violation. Jisoo stood tall, still supporting the weakened Rin. I'm Dr. Jisoo Kim from Earth, and I'm saving these people. If you want to stop me, you'll have to shoot me first. The security team hesitated, looking at Director Rin. To everyone's surprise, Rin spoke. Stand down. Let the human doctor work. The guards lowered their weapons. Thank you, Jisoo said to Rin. Rin looked at her with new eyes. Perhaps there are things we need to learn from humans after all. 2 days after the radiation accident, Jisoo worked tirelessly in the main medical bay. All 20 of the rescued Terrans were alive, though many were still very sick. Their blood cells are recovering faster than expected, Kwon said, showing Jisoo the latest test results. The combination therapy is working, Jisoo replied. She had created a treatment plan that used Terran technology along with human-style supportive care. Each patient had a Terran doctor assigned to give not just medicine, but also comfort. The young doctors who had been learning from Jisoo were teaching others how to talk to patients, how to touch them gently, and how to make them feel safe. It feels strange, admitted Mira, as she held an elderly patient's hand. But his pain scores are lower when I do this. Jisoo smiled. That's because connection helps healing. In a private room nearby, Director Rin was recovering. She had received the highest radiation dose and had been the closest to death. Now she sat up in bed, watching Jisoo work through the glass wall. Later that day, Jisoo checked on Ta. The little girl was much better now. She could walk around her room and talk clearly. When can I see the other children? Tai asked. Soon, Jisoo promised. When you're a bit stronger. As Jisoo tucked Tai in for her afternoon rest, the door opened. Director Rin entered slowly, still weak from her treatment. Director, Jisoo said in surprise. You should be resting. I needed to see this patient, Rin said. She moved closer to Ta's bed and studied the child with curious eyes. Hi, Ta said to Rin. Are you sick too? I was, Rin replied. The human doctor helped me. She sings my songs, Ta said, and tells good stories. Rin looked confused. These things help you feel better. Ta nodded. And she holds my hand when I'm scared. I see, Rin said softly. Just then, Chief Medical Officer Dor entered with several members of the Medical Council. They all looked serious. Dr. Kim, Dor said formally. The Medical Council wishes to speak with you about recent events. Jisoo stood straight, ready to defend her actions. You broke our most important medical protocols, said one old council member. You ignored processing orders and risked radiation exposure to station personnel. To save lives, Jisoo replied firmly. Yes, the council member agreed, surprising her. And you succeeded. Dor stepped forward. All 20 radiation victims are recovering. This is unprecedented in our medical history. And more importantly, said another council member, the young doctors report that patients receiving your comfort care show 27% faster healing rates. We have reviewed the old records junior physician Kwon discovered, Dor continued. It seems our ancestors understood something we have forgotten. Jisoo looked at them all in amazement. You mean you're not here to punish me? Director Rin spoke up from beside Tae's bed. No, we are here to learn from you. The room fell silent. Rin, who had fought against Jisoo's methods at every turn, was now supporting her. When I was in the processing chamber, Rin said quietly, I was afraid. Then I saw you breaking in to save us, even though I had tried to stop your work with Ta, even though my recovery chances were low. She paused. That moment changed everything I thought about medicine. Jisoo didn't know what to say. The medical council has made a decision, Dor announced. We will create a new medical protocol, combining our technology with human compassion techniques. We call it the Kim Protocol, one council member added. Jisoo felt tears in her eyes. I don't know what to say. Say nothing, Rin replied. Instead, teach us. Show us how to be healers again, not just technicians. Tae reached out from her bed and took Jisoo's hand. Then, slowly, she took Rin's hand too. The human doctor and the Terran director stood connected by the child they had both helped save. This is the first lesson, Jisoo said softly, looking at their joined hands. Connection heals. For the first time since Ji-Soo had met her, Director Rin's face showed a small, uncertain smile. The miracle wasn't just that Tai had survived. The real miracle was that the Terrans were learning to feel again. 6 months had passed since Ji-Soo first arrived at the Terran medical station. Today was supposed to be her last day. Her bags were packed, and a ship waited to take her back to Earth. But Ji-Soo wasn't sure she wanted to leave anymore. The medical station had changed in ways she never imagined. The processing rooms were now closed. No patient was considered non-viable without trying all possible treatments first. In the main medical hall, Ji-Soo watched as doctors and nurses moved among patients, not just giving medicines, but also offering comfort. Some held hands with scared patients. Others talked softly to those in pain. "Dr. Kim," called a happy voice. Ji-Soo turned to see Ta running toward her. The little girl was fully recovered now. Her blue skin glowed with health, and her eyes were bright. "Careful, Ta," Ji-Soo laughed as the child hugged her legs. "You'll knock me over." "Are you really leaving today?" Ta asked, her face sad. "I'm not sure yet," Ji-Soo replied. Kwon approached them, wearing the new uniform of the Combined Care Division. He looked different now. His face showed expressions that would have been unthinkable 6 months ago. "The patients are asking for you," he said to Ji-Soo. "They heard you might leave." "I need to talk to Dor and Rin first," Ji-Soo said. She found them in the new training center, where Chief Medical Officer Dor was teaching young doctors about the Kim protocol. Director Rin stood nearby, watching. "The human approach teaches us that medicine needs both technology and compassion," Dor was saying. "For 300 years, we forgot this truth." The students listened carefully. Ji-Soo saw how different they looked from the cold, expressionless doctors she had first met. These young Terrans showed interest, curiosity, and even concern. Rin noticed Ji-Soo in the doorway. "Dr. Kim, your ship is ready." "Yes," Ji-Soo said, "but I wanted to talk to you both first." They walked to Dor's office, where large windows showed the stars and Earth in the distance. "The exchange program is complete," Dor said. "You have fulfilled your duty." "More than fulfilled it," Rin added. "You have changed our medicine forever." Ji-Soo looked out at the stars. "What if I don't want to leave?" Dor and Rin exchanged glances. "We have been discussing this," Dor said. "The Medical Council has approved a new position. Director of Human Terran Medical Research. We want you to stay and lead it," Rin said, "to continue teaching us." Ji-Soo smiled. "I was hoping you'd ask." Later that day, Ji-Soo sent a message to her brother on Earth. "Juan, I'm staying here for another year," she said into the camera. "There's still so much work to do. The Terrans are changing, learning to combine their amazing technology with human compassion." She showed him video of the new children's ward, where Tai was helping younger patients feel less afraid of treatment. "Remember how people said the Terrans didn't feel things like we do?" Ji-Soo continued. "That wasn't true. They just forgot how to show it. Now they're remembering." The next morning, Ji-Soo watched from a viewing window as a young Terran boy prepared for brain surgery. Director Rin stood beside the child's bed, doing something Ji-Soo never thought she would see. Rin was holding the boy's hand. "Are you afraid?" Rin asked the child. "Yes," the boy whispered. "That is normal," Rin said. "I will stay with you until you sleep, and be here when you wake up." The boy relaxed a little. "Promise." "I promise," Rin said, squeezing his hand gently. Ji-Soo felt tears in her eyes. 6 months ago, Rin would have called this interaction inefficient and pointless. Now she understood its power. A soft voice spoke beside Ji-Soo. "This is your greatest achievement." Ji-Soo turned to see Kwon watching too. "What do you mean?" she asked. "You showed us what we had lost," Kwon said. "We had cures for everything, except what our patients needed most." "Which was?" Ji-Soo asked. Kwon smiled. A real, warm smile that would have been impossible when they first met. "A human woman's compassion," he said simply. "Thank you for not giving up on us, Jisoo." As she watched Rin comforting the child, Jisoo knew she had made the right choice to stay. The Terrans had the technology. The humans had the heart. Together, they would create something better than either had alone. And it had all started with one doctor who refused to let a child die alone.